Okay, in the last session, we had seen that how to define the interface, what are the uses of the interface, and the interactions of the interface and inheritances. Okay, so what kind of mixing is possible within the interface and inheritance? So that we had seen. In today's case, how they could be represented in the UML, that also we will see. And then apart from that we are just going to consider built-in interfaces. Okay, so basically the interfaces in UML, if you are considering, that is also specified. So your interface is nothing but it is the connecting criterias, like in UML diagrams. Specifically it is specified in class diagram. So this is the class diagram. Here the interface, it is specified in scopes. Okay, look and interface. Okay, implements the dotted line. So dotted line, it means that the dependability on the interface. Okay, you could write a class that implements a certain method such as compared to without formally implementing the interface. However, formally establishing the relationship between a class and an interface allows Java to deal with the object in certain way. Interfaces are a key aspect of object-oriented design in Java. So this is basically key aspects, so that we know that. So built-in, it is nothing but to implement a clone method and formatable methods. Okay, so clone method and formatable method. It can be formatted with printf. Okay, so this is nothing but these are nothing but the Java standard library includes most of built-in interfaces. So built-in interface is nothing but these are the interfaces which is dedicatedly provided for us. If you are considering, just let us say that if you want to make database connections, so for that database connection, so result set we are using, the statement we are using, so those statements are nothing but the interfaces. Whenever the driver is loaded, at that time they are able to get their implementations, and on the basis of implementations they are they are executing. Okay, so this is the built-in interfaces. So lots of interfaces, such kinds of lots of interfaces are available in Java. The iterator interface. Okay, so this is basically the latter part actually, but we will just take a quick review, because iterator is nothing but it is the kind of the containers which is having has a next and the remove method. Okay, the iterator is created formally by implementing the iterator interface. Okay, so it means that the implementation is available. We just need to create the reference of this iterator, which contain three methods. It contains three methods. It contains three methods, which contains three methods. The first is a has next method, returns a boolean result. Two, if there are item left to process, because this is kind of the container and processing. And if there is something for the processing, then at that time has next is the method. The next method returns the next object in the iterations. The remove method removes the object most recently written. Okay, it means that at the end, if you are writing something, so that will be removed. Okay, so this is the iterator interface. Okay, by implementing the iterator interface, a class formally establishes that object of that types are iterators. Okay, basically if you are implementing the iterator interface, a class formally establishes that object of that type of iterator. Okay, so whatever the kind of the implementation, so on the basis of that, we can use the iterator methods, has next, next, and remove. The programmer must decide how best to implement the iterator function. Once established, the for each version of the for loop can be used to process the item in the iterator. Okay, once it is established, the for each version of the for loop can be used to process the items in the iterators. Okay. Once we are providing the implementations of the iterations automatically, we can able to use that iterator for the any purposes, any kind of data we can able to put in, any kind of data we can able to remove. Okay, So I think this much is sufficient as far as the second session is concerned. The rest part we will see